So it's been exciting so far seeing how easy it can get to create API endpoints using the Django REST framework, and it is beautiful. But how simpler or how easier can it get? This is where ViewSets comes to play. Now, ViewSets makes everything even more streamlined compared to what the class-based view gives to us. So let's get back here. Now notice that here, so far, with our class-based function, and we're using mixins, generics, specifically generics in this case, we have two classes, and these two classes has many things in common. For example, there's a query set and the serializer class that we have for both classes. The main difference here is just the name of the class, and then the classes that are being extended, or the functions being extended. But ViewSet even makes you do this thing in one function, making it very easy for you to just map the get function to what it is supposed to be. So what we'll now do is to refactor our code or make our code more streamlined by using the ViewSet. So down here we have the ViewSet and the routes, and we'll be doing all of them in a bit. So what do you need to do in this case? I've navigated to the last tutorial here, and here in the last tutorial, it's all about the view set and then the routing, so that I see how it is done. So what we'll be doing is exactly what we have here. So first things first, we'll be importing view sets. View set is being imported from the REST framework. So that's the first thing we need to do. So let's come here and add the view set. We'll be changing everything in a bit. And then we want just one function, so we'll get rid of the second function here. So we'll stick to the first one. And then we now want to extend just the way it is here, extend the module view set. Now recall that most of the things we've been doing, we do it with the model, because we are mapping directly what we have in the model to what we are doing in our code. All right. So if you are paying attention to this, you may not need to worry about most of the things here. I'm just giving you the basic stuff. For authorization and permission, we'll be doing that in a separate tutorial. All right. So the next thing we need to do is to just specify the query set and the serializer, which we have already done in a previous tutorial. So all we need to do here really is to do view sets dot model view set. That is it. And once you do this, your view set is ready. However, this will not work until we make some changes to our URL. So if you do a refresh here, you see it goes blank for a while before it comes back. It shows this is not working, and you could also check your terminal to see what I'm talking about. I see that we are now getting an error telling us cannot import student details from. Of course, this is because we don't have it here. So let's go back here and fix all these issues. So let's get rid of this. So that also means that this wouldn't be working here. All right, so we can change this to student. All right, now what we need to do inside of here now is to map. We just want to map the function that we expect to happen in this URL. So every function is found inside of this class because it is encompassed. So what we just do now is map the functions we are looking out for. So when we come here and go to this mapping here, inside of here, we map the get to list and the post to create. So we can just copy these two of them like this and paste it inside of here. All right. Yeah, that's correct. Or just make sure that this is inside of a curly brace so that you don't make that mistake. All right. Then we'll do the same thing for the second one. So just copy this like so and come here inside of students here. Notice that we're using just one function now and set up all this map. So what we're saying here is that for this path of the REST API, the get should do a list, that is list out everything inside the database. The post should create a new student. The get should retrieve a particular student. The put should update a particular student. The patch should partially update a particular student, which we don't really need. And then the delete should destroy or remove a particular student. So now that we have been able to set this up, everything should be fine and good. If we save it, fingers crossed, come back here and come back here and do a refresh. So something broke. Okay, I forgot to add the as view here, so we're getting that error. So this should fix the issue. And so when we come back here and do a refresh, we have everything working as we have left it initially. So we can add something new here. Let's just add something random, like so, honest guy, like that, and hit the post and he adds it like so. That's number 8. So let's retrieve it. Number 8. We couldn't get that. So what could be the issue? 404. Well, I'm not sure why that didn't come back. However, we're able to retrieve everything here. So we could just test out what we are doing with number 4. So let's update it like so. Hit update like that, and then we can also delete like so. So delete like that, and when you try to retrieve this again, it tells us no student matches the given query like that. If you try one, no student matches. I'm not sure why it is giving us an error. It's ID number 8. So yes, I'll check that out later, but you get a point. So we've been able to do the view set and see how it works. Now the final thing I want to introduce you to is routes. So instead of having to do all this plenty setup here, instead of having to do all of this, we want to be able to avoid many of these ups and downs. So I'll just copy this out, and then I'll just open up with URLs. Okay, I'll mix that. All right, so what we want to do now is to just do routing. So with routing, you don't have to specify all of this. You just need a one-liner. That is just it. So let's come back here, inside of here, say using routes. And all you need to do is import the default routes like that. So I've copied that and pasting it here. So from REST Framework routers, we're importing default routers like that. And then we'll just initialize it like we have done here. Do you see? So once we initialize it, we are now ready to use it. Okay. Then we'll just specify or register what we are doing. So what are we using for our own? So let's paste this here. So what we are registering here would be students. So let's specify students. And then inside of the views, we are collecting students like that. And here we are calling it student like so. Now the final thing after registering here would just be to add our path like this. So we just include the route.url. So I'll just get rid of this whole path. So the two of them, we're getting rid of them. So you see, it only gets simpler. So let's just add this and make sure we import the include beside the path. So before we'll be getting the include back again. So now that we have this, we can save it, and everything should work exactly the same again. So let's retrieve everything again, and let's try again. Okay, cool, like that. Post, and it works. So let's try and see if this would be retrieved again. Okay, good. This time around, I'm not sure why sometimes it doesn't retrieve, but I hope the point is clear in what we are trying to do here. Just trying to get my face off your face. All right. So here I could just add numbers just to make sure we're able to update something. Now it's updated, and then we could do our delete. So we just delete, and it works. So if you try to retrieve this again, it tells us that no student matches the given query. So this is how ViewSets works. Now you might now be wondering, is there any time you would need to do maybe use the function-based views, or should you just stick to view settings? It makes everything simpler. You see, at the end of it, the choice will be yours. But here's the difference: the easier it got, we are unable to see any of our code. So it makes it very difficult for you to be able to manage your code when you are using advanced methods like the class-based views and the view sets. However, if you want to have full control of everything going on, you can stick to the function-based view. But if you do not have any specific reason, anything you want to manipulate different from what's already going on, you can go for the class-based view and the view set. This is clearly specified here in the trade-off. So using the view set, it gives you a lot of abstraction, so you don't even have to deal with routing. Routing is done almost everything for you, and it's just simple. But for the function-based view, you see you have to specify everything by yourself, but it also makes you have full control of what you want to do. So just check it out and see what really works for you, how it should be for you. I might be making another video to show how this function-based view, class-based view, and view set differ, and which you should use. But for now, this is the size of this tutorial. And I hope I've been able to introduce you to everything you need to know about how to create REST APIs using the REST framework, and how you can also navigate all through this documentation. If you have any question, you can drop it in the comments. I'll be sure to reply. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this to other people who might need it. So for now, we've been able to conclude, and in fact, we have done everything we need to know about REST API. I'll see you in my next tutorial.